Hi, this is DEDMan. If you're watching this video, I assume you're old enough to see gore, violence, swearing, and general adult content. If you aren't old enough, come back with some ID. Or a fake one. Arkane is always a win, especially when their logo transforms into a mimic. The title menu is appropriately terrifying and sounds great on top of filling you with dread. Why'd you shut off the awesome synth, Morgan? Something I've always liked about Arkane is even if it doesn't do anything, you can still mess around with everything in the environment. It's pretty hilarious that your adventure can end before it even begins. Seeing the opening credits on the buildings and structures is a pretty neat way to start off the game. Probably one of the most understated title cards I've ever seen, but it's pretty awesome. Running through the tests in the beginning is a great in-game way to get used to the controls.
I'm sorry, can someone please explain to me what's happening? Simmons?
I installed exactly what Tina brought down.
Did you double check?
Speaker's still on.
I apologize, Morgan. We're having some trouble with the equipment.
The scientists being odd in the beginning will make a lot more sense after the big reveal once the game is complete. But for now, it's a good indicator that not everything is as it seems, giving off an intrigue that makes you want to keep playing and finding out the secrets. I love that some of these questions let you answer like a complete psychopath.
I want you to take a good look at it.
Sneaky mimic!
Is my coffee? It's empty.
Oh my god!
That went from 0 to what the fuck really quickly.
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
Did I wander into a Groundhog Day reality on top of mimics? Even the music knows something is up. It's not upbeat like the first go-round, this time being eerie and ominous. Okay, yep, something is funky and definitely going on and I don't like it! That is a really cool revelation and transition. Seriously, the glass technology here is so cool. Easily the best and worst part of Prey is the mimics. They constantly will put you in a state of paranoia, not knowing what's real and what will shift into an inky monster and kill you. With every kill, they multiply.
No. No.
Prey's technology and the style of it mash together a few ideas. It's future, retro, and kinda hobbled together all at once. Games like this are why I'll always give higher marks to games with great art direction and style over photorealism. Eventually, photorealism goes out of style or ages bad, but games with a particular style don't ever not look good. Okay, that thing is a big hell nope. The glue cannon is a unique piece of weaponry as its primary purpose is not to destroy but to create. Kinda. The two biggest uses of the glue is to immobilize the mimics and to platform. Seriously, you can flat out skip or trivialize lots of sections by going over and around the path that you would normally have to take by finding keys or passwords. I hate the neuromods so much. Like, you're in the future. You have epic technology. Why would you stab your eye to get mimic powers?
No. No.
The actual usage of neuromods is cool though. It's supposed to imbue you with the powers from the Typhons, and when you get the scanner later, you can unlock more powers. It ranges from things like being able to hack better, picking up bigger objects, to even shooting blasts and being able to transform like the mimics. One really great thing about Prey is nothing pulls you into cutscenes, and the world will typically give you a reason to look at what it wants you to look at. It also has that trademark Arkane feel where you play your own way and you get to use your own path with the tools you choose to use.
Welcome back. This has been your home for the last 3 years. The video should be on your workstation.
I get huge paycheck vibes from parts of Prey, and I love it. Trying to piece together your memory because it's been wiped? Yes! Give me that mystery!
Hello, Morgan. Tough day, right? If I'm talking to myself, it must be. So the first thing you need to know is you can trust January. It's an operator, a sort of backup of you and me. It knows what you've forgotten.
Good thing there's something to trust around here. It's cool that Morgan has managed to save part of himself to help himself. Having the Typhons take over the operators is pretty terrifying. The voices are distorted, and they are hella aggressive towards you, just like any other Typhon. Another handy feature of the glue is being able to retard fires. The Huntress Boltcaster is one of the best tools you get. If you come across, say, a closed door, but you can see the screen, you can shoot a foam bolt at it and access the door. The Recycler and Fabricator are also fantastic tools at your disposal. You can put junk into the Recycler to break down anything you find across Talos, and put them in the Fabricator to craft ammo and any other tools you may need.
While engineered as a safety measure, it's irrelevant when the enemy is already inside the station.
That is a scary good point. Being able to float around the entirety of Talos I and enter at any point, assuming you've opened the appropriate airlocks, is astounding. I'm once again amazed at how well Arkane develops games.
Hello, Morgan. I'm January 2035. I'm an operator.
Having the voice that's helping you be your voice in an operator was a little shocking at first, but I like it.
You've been trapped in a simulation for 3 weeks. Normally, the tests are only a few days long.
That's very sinister when you think about it. I don't think there's a container big enough to fill all these nopes.
Psychoscope required beyond this point.
The Psychoscope lets you scan Typhons and gives you more abilities the more you scan. Recycling grenades.
Damn it, Calvino, I do not have time to play sing-along with your bouncing ball. I'll call you back.
Every neuromod produced by TranStar contains exotic materials derived from a mimic. If you've been paying attention, you know how mimics get made.
That's also hella sinister. Prey is a really terrifying game. Easily the best power you get in the game. It's useful for bypassing doors and such, and also, you get to act like a mimic and turn into stuff.
Eradicator auto turrets. TranStar's last-ditch defense against an outbreak. Flimsy, but they're easy to fabricate. Best part is the built-in psychoscope tech. They can discriminate between alien and human targets. Shouldn't be a problem for you, since you're not an alien.
The Eradicator turrets are both a cool gameplay feature and gives you a little bit of lore. So, as January said, they will only fire on you if you're an alien. Funny thing is, if you use too many neuromods to get Typhon powers, your structure becomes alien enough for the turrets to start attacking.
You're not what they say you are.
Can you hear us? Rejecting the new cell lines, fighting them all plug-in antivirus.
Foreshadowing.
Your brother's office is up here as well. Jupiter and his palace at the top of the heavens. He used to say that behind his back. But that would make you... what? Neptune? Pluto.
Roman mythology lessons.
Danielle tied the lock to her voice. We need her to speak the key phrase or we're not getting in here.
Would voice samples work? Transcribe recordings?
Yes, if they have the right words. Or if we gathered enough to map her voice to a consonant and vowel list and started running patterns.
You gotta love that Talos I is full of intelligent people. That's a pretty genius way to bypass a voice lock. How about don't summon a giant typhon called the Nightmare?
Nope, this sounded serious, so I wanted to shut my transcribe off. So you're asking me if it's okay to record our game on the transcribes.
Assuming the game they're talking about is just a prey equivalent of D&D, this goes back to my point of everyone on here being giant nerds, and I love it.
Nerd! I can't be having this conversation. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna lose my job for even talking to you about this. What? What? Exactly. What you're going to do is have dinner with me. What? You say what a lot when you should say yes. Yes? See? All settled. Don't worry about the transcribes. It's not against regulation. So, are you gonna invite me to this game or not?
Danielle rolled the nat 20 on seduction.
Dr. Yu, what happened?
It's awesome how you can save some of your fellow crewmates from the mind control.
Go in. Take whatever you want. Only leave puppets for me.
Transdown piece of junk. Are you awake, MU? Frozen dead, maybe? I take puppets toy screen. I see all the names in the list. And your name, too.
Dang it! We've been bamboozled! Danielle's alive!
Morgan? If you're here, then Abby didn't make it, did she? I can help. I know you need to get into deep storage. I voice locked it, but I have the override that bypasses the random word input.
Fantastic voice acting by Mae Whitman. She really sells trying to hold back her sorrow because she knows what needs to be done to help Morgan.
Set your transcribe to record. Alex, Oedipus complex, pompous, nepotist. No offense to your brother, but that should be enough.
Remember, you owe me. Kill the son of a bitch who hurt Abby, or I swear to God I'll haunt you.
Are you going to take everything?
Goddamn right.
This last stand type of ordeal right here is so neat. You have a bunch of typhons coming at you, but you also have backup for the first time.
Matthew, I have a hypothetical question for you.
Come on, Manny. Just be upfront with me. I've seen you checking out my caboose in these TranStar uniforms. If you want to ask me out, just...
No, I do not. This is serious.
Oh, serious and hypothetical. Well, shit, I'm listening now.
I'd get up, except for my legs, and my lungs, and my nervous system. Don't look surprised. Paraplexus, remember?
Hello. Well, at least she can make jokes about her debilitating disease.
Oh God, I can breathe again. And feel my legs. I still have some spots in the eye, but those should clear up. Thanks, Morgan.
Even during an invasion of shape-shifting aliens, there's always time to help out a friend.
What if it doesn't work? It'll work. Trust me. What else are we gonna do? Blow everything up?
What? Morgan!
Went from 0 to what the fuck very quickly.
Morgan, we are over now.
Even though I wasn't the one to exact revenge, it's pretty great that you can get some closure for Danielle. man, when they said the station was gonna blow, they weren't kidding.
I keep having this dream.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the world today.
This was utterly mind-blowing. It turns out you were a Typhon injected with Morgan's memories for scientific research because the original team failed. You also have a committee of sorts from major people you've met along the way that recap your exploits and how their consciousness felt about that situation and determine your fate. In the end, you can brutally murder Alex and the operators, or you can work peacefully and try to learn coexistence. The really sad thing is I think it implies Morgan dies on Talos I, and that led Alex to use his memories. Prey is the first Arkane game I've covered, and I must say, it's a little difficult to put into words just how great I think their games are. Basically, because most of what I cover has like heavy cinematics and stuff, this is a little bit different, but it still works out because it's got a great story and it's got a lot of great moments to it that I feel need to be covered. There'll be a similar game here in a few months for, you know, a game I think I played for like 7 or 8 hours, maybe 9, and most of that was just the gameplay. It's a fairly short game, but it's one I think people need to know about. Just, you know, kind of be on the lookout for that. But anyway, they always have a supernatural feel to them, even if it is backed by science, and are absolutely wonderful with their world building. One of the best parts about Prey and their other games is it feels like you can play out how you want the story to play out, and it will naturally move on without weighing down the good and bad endings. They are just different outcomes for the same things that can happen. Your combat is very fluid by having the combat wheel pull up everything you can carry without having to jump through menus. I do feel like even on the easiest difficulty though, things were a tad too hard. Like, I got killed actually quite a bit, especially by the nightmare. Fuck the nightmare. But I felt in some places I was very much underprepared. Even if I was sparing with my ammo, you know, I could shoot a Typhon point blank with a shotgun and it didn't do more than like maybe 1/5 of its health, and I kind of feel like, especially on the easiest difficulty, it might should have done a little bit more, but that might be personal opinion, that might be subjective. I just kind of felt like even on the easiest difficulty, it was actually kind of hard. The world and atmosphere are phenomenal. Even though Prey isn't an outright horror game, it's pretty damn spooky, especially your first time around with the paranoia of not knowing what's real and what's a mimic. And I did actually do a poll for this, so, you know, this is what was chosen at the poll, but I was kind of hoping that Prey was going to be the one chosen, because I played a little bit of it before, but I hadn't actually got to fully experience it, and I kind of wanted to get that out of the way because, again, I love Arkane games. I love how they play. They are fantastic and wonderful, and I really wanted to cover this one, so I'm kind of glad I got to get that out of the way early. As I stated before, Arkane has a very player-way type of style that works fantastic for them, with there being multiple ways to access any area at any given time, whether you use powers, weapons, or assisting NPCs. Most of the time it's the glue cannon, but you can use your powers to get around other things. Like, through some of my footage, and especially the part where I won the mimics, you can see that all I had to do was bust open some windows on some things, and I could mimic into any of the smaller objects and just float right through the window and get to where I needed to go, especially if I needed to open a door or something like that. Things like that are very useful when traversing because you can pick and choose what kind of powers you want. I didn't get to experiment with all of them because I had kind of very minimal playthrough run, but even just my minimal way is fantastic, the variety that I had to me for any given event. Prey is definitely worth a few playthroughs just to try out new playstyles and combinations. The story is pretty decent too, having a few twists and turns I wasn't expecting. I'd recommend any game by Arkane, but if you haven't given Prey a playthrough, you should reconsider. Okay, someone's getting fired. Who wrote that?
What the heck? You can turn into a box? That's amazing!